Good afternoon. We are from Group 10. Now we are going to present our response about the issues that are given by Group 1. There are three issues. COVID-19 crisis delays several infrastructure projects. Financing land acquisition issues hamper strategic toll road projects, and Komnas HAM highlights land dispute in Mandalika MotoGP circuit project. We have chosen the issues. The issue that Komnas HAM highlights land dispute in Mandalika MotoGP circuit project. This is the news highlight with link with the news link, so you can go search it on internet.
Okay, before I start, let me introduce myself. Okay, my name is Matthew Hassel Christian. Why we choose this issue? Okay, the reason why we choose this issue is because land disputes have become a frequent polemic in implementation of construction projects, which have resulted in delays in the construction development process. We choose this issue over the other two topics because, according to Komnas HAM, the construction of Mandalika circuit alleges human rights violation. In this case, alleges seizure of land belonging to local residents. Therefore, the problem of land dispute in Mandalika must be resolved immediately, considering that this project is a national strategic project that is included in the special economic zone of the Republic of Indonesia.
Okay, I will continue. How did this case happen? Uh, I will explain how this issue appear on the surface because of the statement of United Nations Human Rights Council. Based on their website, they said farmers and fishers folks have been expelled from their land and have endured the destruction of their houses, fields, water sources, cultural and religious sites. As the government of Indonesia and the ITDC groomed Mandalika to become a new Bali, said Olivier de Schutter, the UN Special Rapporteur on Extreme Poverty and Human Rights. They continued that credible sources have found that the local residents were subjected to threats and intimidation and forcibly evicted from their land without compensation. Despite this finding, the ITDC hasn't sought to pay compensation or settle the land disputes, the experts said. Based on the Tempo report, they mentioned that cases where locals that are affected by the construction have yet received compensation, but at the same time have their land already affected. Some of the locals have even won lawsuits against similar cases in court. At the time, Komnas HAM said there were 16 plots of land that were being disputed. BK, as the commissions of Komnas HAM, received complaints from 15 residents demanding payment for 17 land plots in Sengkol Village and Kuta Village from the project developer, the Indonesian Tourism Development Corporation (ITDC). According to him, ITDC evicted the locals because they never felt to have sold their lands. ITDC used its management rights as legality to enforce an eviction. Until now, 3 plots of land have been evicted. 14 other lands are in the schedule, he added. How the government and developer respond? The Commission of Komnas HAM had contacted the ITDC regarding the complaints. However, the company refuted the claims, saying that it had a legitimate right to continue the street circuit's construction. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs and Spatial Planning National Land Agency, Teku Taufiq Kuhaldi, denied the UN experts' accusation against the Indonesian government. He thought the statements were very political, tendencies, and baseless. Taufik added, the implementation of the development of the Mandalika, including land acquisition, has also been directly monitored by the National Commission of Human Rights or Komnas HAM, and there has been no statement of human rights violations. Our response: we cannot fully agree that the eviction of land in the Mandalika circuit area violates human rights as the UN Human Rights Council said. The fact that happened in the field was that there were overlapping land ownership rights between residents and ITDC, but the legal basis for local residents was very weak. For example, one of the residents and ITDC both claimed that they had purchased 1.6 hectares of land from the first party. After being investigated, it turned out that the land was purchased by the resident not directly from the first party, but from another party on behalf of the first party, aka being cheated. While ITDC, as the Indonesian Tourism Development Corporation, has legally purchased the land from the first party and has full rights to the management of the land. Not only that, there are still several other court cases regarding land ownership by residents. I give a link, a news link, so you can go search it further.
Okay, I will continue about our response. We believe that the UN Human Rights Council is not fully understand of the issue of the land dispute and only takes an outline of the problem that appear on the surface. We think that the land dispute case in the Mandalika circuit project is full of involvement of the people who want to hinder this strategic mega project. Regarding the existence of intimidation and threats, we consider that this is classified as biased and subjective. However, the apparatus and the police must continue to prioritize mediation from residents without any coercion or intimidation elements. The apparatus must be able to explain the situation in detail to the public so that there are no disputes and misunderstandings.
Okay, uh, let me continue our response and solution. Uh, our response and solution is we really appreciate Komnas HAM's effort in mediating this problem, and we strongly support Komnas HAM's recommendation regarding this, the resolution of this problem, including the recovery of affected victims that must be carried out by the local government and ITDC. A human rights-based approach that does not use a security approach and completeness and transparency of the validity of the data between the complainants and the ITDC. In addition, we also support open communication between ITDC and residents so that residents can directly report their feed to ITDC and find a solution immediately.
Thank you.